Still in the country, to Merredin, a town better known for its wheat and sheep exports. But for almost a decade, it's where one of Asia's busiest carriers, China Southern Airlines, has been sending its trainee pilots to learn how to fly. Michael Edwards reports on the town's other export.
They come from a country with a population of more than 1 billion people. Right now they live in Merredin. Population, depending on who's visiting, around 2,000. For 9 years now, they and hundreds like them have travelled to WA's empty, sprawling wheat belt to learn how to fly. The middle of the wheat belt is not the first place you'd look for the future of Chinese commercial aviation. But before these fledgling flyers can spread their wings with China's largest airline, they must pass 6 months of boot camp in Merredin. Most of them are from China's southern provinces. Their backgrounds are varied.
It's for many of them the first time that they've operated some form of machinery, which include those students that haven't even had an exposure to driving a motor car.
It's early days in their careers. The students are putting in the groundwork, first mastering the art of piloting single-engine two-seater planes.
Okay, gentlemen, today we're going to look at the forecast. We've got a TAF up here for Perth.
It's all preparation for the Boeings and Airbuses they'll eventually be flying on major international routes. The pressure is intense. Every aspect of the students' progress is measured. Failure can have serious implications for their hopes of becoming commercial pilots.
So what's happening in that line of the forecast?
It's 320 degrees and it's a gust to 30 knots.
Yep.
It's part theory and part practical. But flying isn't the only thing that these young men have to get used to in Merredin. For one, there's the incredibly slow pace of country life.
It's like kind of being natural, to be a part of the nature, and just away from all the high building and all the high noise of the cars and that stuff. So it's a quite strange feeling.
It's pretty quiet there. In the city it's pretty noise and all the cars, but not many aircraft. And here we just live quiet, and the only noise we can hear is the engine of the aircraft. But that sounds good for us.
It may seem unusual, but there are many perfectly good technical reasons to choose Merredin as a training centre.
It's got good skies, good open skies, good clear skies, so it's a good training environment.
And the price was attractive too. Merredin Shire sold the defunct airport for $1. That's cheaper than a bag of lollies. The locals say the monetary sweetener has paid off.
At the moment they're employing approximately 30 people out there. At any one time they're training 45 to 100 students. It's obviously a very big economic impact on the town, and it's good to see our reputation gets around as well. You know, people know Merredin as a place where the flying college is.
China Southern's also spent millions of dollars turning the property into a state-of-the-art facility known the world over.
Yeah, when you hear of people sitting in a cafeteria in Singapore and running into pilots and being asked where they're from, and they said, oh, Western Australia, and then what part of Western Australia? And they said Merredin, and the pilots go, oh, well, that's where you train all the Chinese pilots.
We've already used to the community of Merredin, and once we really go back to the big city, that'll be just different for us again.
But it's clear the students won't be leaving Merredin with just a taste for flying.
I'm impressed of the barbecue. It's nice. In China, we don't always get that barbecue. We just cook at home. But you did is cook on your own backyard, which is more fun, more interesting.
Okay, so you've picked up a few Australian habits whilst you've been here.
Yeah. When I get home, I will get the barbecue as well.
Are you taking home any Australian beer with you too?
I'll try that.
How have you coped with the flies out here?
Yeah, that's probably the worst thing in Merredin in this season.
And that's the program for this week. We leave you now with images of arguably the greatest rock and roll band in the world, the Beatles. They'll be on display at the QV1 building in the city for 2 weeks. Join me again next Friday for more West Australian current affairs.